Okay.
All right, all right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, you all ready to keep the show going, yes? All right. Full-time corporate entertainer, 25 years. How lucky are you? Okay. Appeared in 50 countries and 6 continents, including an art services tour. Okay? Headlined at the Hollywood Magic Castle, House of Cards in Nashville, and on ship stages and screens all over the world. Okay. Now a regular entertainer at a little place called Sept. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat. You can see this guy anywhere, but you got to be up close and personal tonight. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Thank you all very much. Awesome. Well, my name is Joe. It's a treat to be here. Thank you again. If you haven't already scanned that QR code on the back of that postcard, now's your chance to scan that. Go to my socials, like my Instagram, follow me on all the things so that I have some self-worth. Right? Because that's how we judge ourselves now. My job over the next 40 minutes or so is to amaze and amuse you the best I can using many of the skills and abilities that kept me from dating in high school. So this is going to be really fun for you. It's kind of a tragic flashback for me, but we'll get through it together. Hey, how about a round of applause for Jeremy? He was so busy, from a busy week, getting around to everybody, making sure you have what you need. So here's the thing. When I was a kid and I wanted to learn how to do magic, all the books said you should start by taking a coin out of your mom's purse or out of your dad's change and put it in on the back of your hand. Try to open and close your hand without dropping the coin. You're developing a sense of balance, a sense of understanding of the musculature of your hand. And then the book said, put it on the first finger. Try to lift up the second finger and pull the coin vertically and let it fall to the next finger. And to do that with the next finger and the next finger. And the book said that if you did this every day for 5 or 10 minutes, like an exercise, that over time it would get smoother and faster and faster and smoother. And the book said, Ron, that if you did this long enough, people would clap. Apparently you weren't able to see, sir. Hey, I want you to miss out. All right. Yep. Yep, I'm glad you like it. 38 minutes to go. Now, my friends were like you. They were like, well, that's pretty good. I mean, I'll clap once. But it's not really magic, is it? Magic is when something disappears from one place and reappears somewhere else. Oh, let me make sure that you're seeing it happen. Oh, yeah. I know. Oh, yeah. No clapping on that. You're like my friends. Well, that's okay. I get it. They're like, well, clearly you're using sleight of hand. Somehow you're concealing a coin between your fingers or it's from behind your hand somehow or maybe up your sleeve, and you're using sleight of hand. If only you had some kind of barrier made of steel or titanium or silk, so that when you put the coin in your hand, we know it's not going through the fingers, it's not going around the back, it's not going up your sleeves. Then and only then, if the coin disappeared, might we believe it could be magic. Thank you very much. Amazing. Yeah, so not much action in high school, I'll tell you. Although, by the time I got to college, things changed. Oh. Yes, write it out. This is the program. So yeah, I know. I wasn't really a Jameson man in college. I couldn't afford it. But it's a nice color, and the bottle pops against the sippy. So it's all for the theater now. So if you thought that you were going to come into this show tonight and sit quietly in the back and just not have to participate at all, you're wrong. We're gonna involve a lot of people in this show. This is an interactive show. It has taken me around the world. I cannot believe what I get to do for a living. I love my audience. I'm so grateful for you. And you may have noticed these shapes over here on this table. This circle, the square, and the triangle. And the circle is this red circle, triangle, yellow, and square is green. And I had these printed for a very specific reason. We're going to explore that right now. And I would like to ask one of the ladies in the room, how about Mom? Your name again, ma'am? You don't have to come up. What's your name again?
Margaret Coleman.
Margaret. I have a red circle, I have a yellow triangle, and I have a green square. Which of these, if I asked you to pick one, using your intuition, which of these would you pick? Red circle, yellow triangle, or green square?
Green square.
She would pick the green square. You're not going to believe this. We'll put the green square on the green square. It says you will pick the green square. Unbelievable. Jeremy, more drinks for everyone. Well, that's okay. That's okay.
No problem.
Maybe you're not trusting the powers of the mind. That's okay. Let's go to the other side here. How about John? Is that right, John?
Yeah.
Yes. I've got a red circle or a yellow triangle. Which of these would you pick?
We'll go with the red circle.
Go with the red circle. You're not going to believe this. The red circle, you take it out, and it says, you will choose the red circle. Unbelievable. Of course, that leaves me with the yellow triangle. And I had a feeling about that because it says, I will be left with the triangle. The lady will choose the square, and the man will choose the circle. And I think that works out. Now you're impressed, right? Very good. Well, we're going to explore the way some of you folks think as part of the show. So in fact, you don't even realize that to this point, I've been giving you a little taste of the outline of the way this show is going to go. My intent is to give you a survey of the magical landscape tonight, right? A little sleight of hand magic, a little mentalism, and maybe even a little surprise of some other kind at the end. But right now, I need to share with you something that I consider to be a classic of magic. If you'll excuse me 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
Chord.
It's interesting.
Okay, we'll work with it. Here we have, what's the name of this fabric? Is this chiffon? What do you call it? It's some kind of sheer, cheap mesh or something. It's the kind of thing that would get you arrested in Collierville, apparently. So we'll put this here. This is a beautiful illusion that is derived from a trick or a demonstration that was often done by Japanese fishermen. And in the olden days, they would take pearls or possibly glass marbles. They would put them in their hands and make them travel from one place to another, usually their mouth. there was a gentleman in New Jersey named Silent Mora who realized that he wanted to do it in vaudeville, but he didn't want to make it go to his mouth. He would just make them travel from one hand to the other. And this he did over and over on stages in vaudeville and Chicago throughout. Oh, thank you very much. Beautiful illusion. Over the years, as he became popular for doing it, it was noticed by a different magician, a Canadian. His name was David Wingfield Frederick Werner. And he was born in Canada and later moved to New York and eventually became known to magicians as the Professor. We call him the Professor. His name, most of us call him Guy Vernon. He published many important books and was one of the best known and most influential magicians of the 20th century. He saw this routine and he perfected it, but well, I won't say perfected, but he did change it. He would let the balls go into his hand, 1, 2, and 3, and then one at a time, travel to the other hand, 1, 2, and Vernon realized that at this point in the routine, everybody was already very suspicious. In fact, I could feel the waves of cynicism rolling forward over the stage, and they knew, they wanted to see if the ball was still in the hand. And so Vernon made a point to let everyone see it, and in fact, he would change this last one into a game, a guessing game to let you guess which hand it might be. And he would make it very easy.
Oh, my word.
Thank you very much. So that's Vernon. Vernon also introduced another idea into this routine. And that's where this comes into play. So I'm going to ask my two people on the front, on the end. I'm going to ask Hannah and Steve, if I could ask you to come up. Please give them a round of applause. You're not going to do anything complicated. But Steve, you'll just stand over here, and Hannah, you'll stand over there, and you'll just hold the cloth like a trampoline, like that. And so Vernon introduced the idea of using this kind of fabric as a table, so everyone could see what was happening below, everyone could see what was happening above, sleeves rolled up. He developed this method of doing it, which he taught to a man named Charlie Miller. And Charlie Miller was a large, how should we say, squat kind of a man. And he did this so it would go 1, 2, and then he would ask, would you like to see this one go visibly or invisibly? Invisibly? That's good. So visibly is not so impressive.
Yeah.
But if you make it go invisibly, it goes like that. Big round of applause for Charlie Miller. Now Charlie introduced another idea where he would take the ball, put it on the hand, and put only 2 of them in his hand. And they would put the last one in his pocket. And he would just say the magic words, abracadabra, and he would end up with 1, 2, and the third one would come out of his pocket like that. That was Charlie Miller. Charlie had a protege. Charlie taught this trick to a man named John Thompson. Johnny Thompson put 1 in the hand, 2 in the hand, the third one he would put in his pocket. And John always added something a little extra. And then without a false move, he had 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
That was Johnny Thompson. Oh, thank you very much for Johnny Thompson. In 2002, at a convention in South Carolina, John Thompson taught me this trick. So this is truly how it has progressed over more than 125 years. And Johnny taught me the same way that Maura and Vernon and Miller and Thompson did it, 2 in the hand, 1 in the pocket. But John taught me something very, very important. John taught me it's always important to know when to stop. And that is a big, how about a big round of applause for my two friends, Steve and Hannah. So there's a little classic sleight of hand magic for you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now, I do think it is incumbent upon us to do a little bit more with card tricks. I did bring a deck of cards right here. We can use these. And we are going to do a little card magic. And this will be the last time I really dwell on the history of magic. But I want you to have some appreciation for the tapestry of this art form and how it has progressed over the years. About 175 years ago, in what is now Austria, there in Hungary, there was the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And there was a man who lived over there. His name was Johann Nepomuk Hofzinser. Johann Nepomuk Hofzinser. It's a mouthful. Bless his heart, can you imagine Nepomuk? How do you like to be in kindergarten and your name is Memphis? I'm sure he was harassed. But he grew up and he became a finance minister in the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So he worked in an office and I guess debits and credits and all of that sort of thing. But by night, Hofzinser invented many of the techniques of magic with playing cards that are still in use by people like me in situations like this all over the world. And in one of the things that he wrote, he said that he considered cards to be the poetry of magic. By this, I think he meant that with this finite set of sounds or syllables, one could, with creativity, artistry, practice, determination, create nearly an infinite number of experiences. Tonight, we don't have time for an infinite number. But we do have time for 7. So I'm going to show you 7 things with a pack of cards, using 7 people in the room. You don't have to come up, I'll come to you. And you're going to choose 7 different cards. I'll drop the cards from one hand to the other like this. Along the way, I'll ask someone to call stop. Wherever they say stop, that will be the card that they've chosen. So I'll start with Anne. Please say stop anywhere. That'll be your card. Anne and Nancy is next to you, and the 2 of you together will remember this card. I'm going to come back to you in about 5 minutes. If you forget this card, this is a colossal waste of time. I'm not trying to put pressure on you. I just want you to make a note if you must. But this is, in my management consulting days, we would call this a mission critical task. Very good. So, now here's the thing. They're going to remember the card. We've got a long way to go. I'm going to ask 6 of you, more of you, to choose cards. Any of you could learn to have a card selected and find it. You probably did when you were a kid. You learned a card trick or 2. Let's add a level of difficulty. I'm going to ask Leslie, say stop anywhere. That'll be your card. And the 3 of you, Steve and Larry, will help Leslie remember that. I'm going to come back to you in a moment. Please remember your card. Let's go to Maria. Please say stop anywhere.
Stop.
That'll be your card, Maria. Everyone at your table is going to help you remember that. So that's 3 cards. 3 times as hard as a regular card trick. And then we'll go to Isaac. Please say stop anywhere, Isaac.
Stop.
That'll be your card. Got it? Everyone at your table will help you remember that. 4 cards. 4 times as hard as a regular. 4 amazing cards. Let's go to the back table. We've got commerce. That's okay. How about, what's it, your name again? Rachel. Say stop anywhere, Rachel.
Stop.
That'll be your card. Can you see it from there? Got it?
Okay, yeah.
Very good. And Marish, Jeannie, Gina, and Ron, please remember that card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's come back to Aziza. Say stop anywhere.
Stop.
That'll be your card. So that's 6. You got it. Jonathan's going to help you with that. And then, who was Morgan?
Morgan and Christian.
Okay, very good. Say stop anywhere. That'll be, or here. And so this whole table of JJ, Morgan, Abby, and Hannah are going to remember that card. So that is 7 cards, 7 times as hard as a regular card trick. I will find all 7 cards in amazing and magical ways working this entire room, nay, the entire restaurant, into an emotional frenzy. Can you feel it building? My babies, my children, yes. Now, a lot of you are thinking, well, those magicians, they're doing sleight of hand. They just put all the cards on the top so they know where they are. Nobody stopped at the very, very top. Nobody stopped up here. And some people are like, well, he's got them all on the bottom. And Leah, he's dealing them off the bottom like a gambler, cheating. They're not at the bottom. I'm gonna cheat, just not like that. I have different cheating. Some people think that he takes all of his fingers, Rachel, and he sticks them in the side of the deck to make a little mark, so he knows where all 7 cards were. But we'll set the cards down. They're not even in my hand. I can't mark the spots where every one of you chose. So let's see if we can find all the cards, and we're going to start with Morgan's card. And this whole first group, think about your card. Watch carefully. All I have to do is cover the front of the deck. One card magically turns to where it's now facing forward. Not that. I didn't say it would be that one. I just said one of them would. Let me make sure one is facing forward. Yes, one card is facing forward. Please say your card out loud now. Jack of Hearts. Correct. Skepticism. I want you to see, I wouldn't lie to you for anything. One card is facing forward, right in the middle of the deck. It is the Jack of Hearts. A round of applause for Morgan and company. Very good. And then that brings me to Jonathan and Aziza. Do you remember what your card was?
Yes.
Please say it.
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds. I will tell you that I keep an emergency card in my pocket in case someone chooses the 5 of diamonds. A round of applause for them. And the 5 of diamonds. Which I think it's the same card Rachel had, the 5 of diamonds also?
3 of hearts.
What?
I think it was 3 of
3?
Yeah.
Oh, you had the 5. It's not. Well, it's close. It's only off by 2 and the off. No, 3 of hearts. The 3 of hearts. Oh, now he's good. I can feel the judgment. I can feel it. The question is this. You've been watching me the whole time. How did the 5 of diamonds get back in my pocket? That's what you should be asking yourselves. So that is 1, 2, 3 cards. Let's see if we can use 2 of them, the 5 and the Jack, to find Isaac's card. The Jack of Hearts and the 5 of diamonds. You didn't have either of those, did you? Isaac, what was the card that you were thinking of? What was it?
It was the 10 of clubs.
10 of clubs. Watch carefully. We'll use these 2 red cards as if they were a pair of tweezers. And then we find the 10 of clubs, flip it out of the deck, invisibly, go with me on this one. And it flies like a helicopter across the air and across the stage until it stops right here. It's hovering. And then we'll take the tweezers and grab it out of the air. Now that by itself is a miracle. Technically, we have a miracle. But it's only a good card trick if it's the card that you were asking for, which was the 10 of clubs. A round of applause. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I'll be honest, that was nice. That was real good. It was not quite the emotional frenzy though. Technically, it was sort of getting there, but not quite so. But that's okay. Not my first time. I have a plan. For the last 3 cards, 1, 2, 3, instead of a little clap after each one, we will abstain. We'll sit on our hands. We'll let the pressure build as it does. And if we get all 3 of them correct, at the end there will be an explosion of magical joy and happiness. Emotional frenzy. I can feel it building. Now it brings me to Maria. Maria, what was your card? Say it.
3 of spades.
3 of spades. If you'll watch my leg, those of you who weren't already. 3 of spades. Jumps right. Hold it now. Now you want to. Now it's like 3 of spades. That brings me to Leslie. Do you remember your card?
2 of clubs.
2 of clubs. Watch carefully to find the 2 of clubs. I need complete silence. No joke. I get a lot of it in my app too. By the way, complete silence, the two of clubs. Six years of college. Don't tell me yours. You've been thinking of yours longer than anyone else in the room. That means it is seared into their mind. I'm going to try to transition into mentalism here and just extract the identity of the card from their minds. Just visualize it, Nancy. Imagine it's floating here in space right in front of us. Fantastic. I'm getting a vision. It's through the mists of the are you buying any of this? Stone. It's coming into focus. It's a rectangular card, yes? Yes, of course. Of course it's a rectangular card. I told you I was a management consultant. We start by observing the obvious. That'll be $95,000. It's a black card. I also think you've chosen the club, the roundy club. If you watch carefully, left-handed. Don't say it. Just think of your card. We'll cut left-handed to one card, which visibly leaps from the deck, flies gracefully into my other hand. That's cool by itself, isn't it? Thank you. I mean, even if it's wrong, that's a good show. But I'm not going to look at it for the first time. And Nancy, what was the card you saw? Clubs or spades? Clubs are round, spades are pointy. Eight of clubs. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show it to you, and I'll know if I got it right from the emotional frenzy. So prepare yourselves. Did we get the eight? Thank you so much. All right. So you guys are having fun. I can feel that you're having a good time. They're arguing over spades and clubs. That's all. I don't know who's going to win, but I do know I want to play poker with you after the show. We're going to have a game. So let's shift gears. I told you that I wanted to share some mental experiences with you. If you've seen my show before, you know that I like to do a sleight of hand. I like to do mentalism. Mentalism is a branch of the performing illusion arts that instead of a visual experience, it's psychological. So ESP, mind reading, telepathy, all of that sort of thing. And I'll be completely frank with you, I don't believe in it. I do not believe I could possibly know exactly what you're thinking. I've been married 30 years. She can do me, I can't do her. But we men are much easier to read than anyway. So, but here's the thing. Even though I don't believe in it for real, Abby, I do believe in it as good theater. I think it is one of the strongest theatrical premises that we have to work with in the illusion arts. So I'm going to explore it with you tonight. We're going to try a couple of different things. Some of you are going to be making some things up out of thin air. We'll get to that. But just to warm up, first of all, I'd like to start with a book called The Return of Tomorrow. This is airport fiction, as you might imagine. I travel a good bit, and other people who are younger than I like to read Kindles and on their phones and stuff, but I still do like a paper book, so judge me if you will. That's fine. I get paid the same. It's fine. So let's try this. Abby, take the book. This is Tom Pearson. I don't know if you're just cheap fiction, but run through the book to any page that you like, and on that page, run your finger up and down, and stop anywhere on the page, left or right, and you see hundreds of words on a page. I want you to zero into maybe 1 inch radius around your fingertip. And now you see dozens of words. I'd like you to pick a word, but caveat, not a word like cat or dog or thee or that or car or table, or like an interesting word, a word with some mass, all right? Think and close the book once you've got that word in your mind, okay? But have you got a word? I would assume it's a word with multiple syllables, fairly long word. Pick a nice long word. This is theater. I don't want a short word. I want glass or water or something like that. Maybe something that's not even, have you got one now? And you see there's dozens on that page you can choose from, but you zeroed in on one. Remember the word, close the book. I don't want to see what page you're on, take your finger out, just remember the word. That's all I wanted you to do with that. Now I just want you to think about the word. Imagine that you're in a movie theater. And in front of you on that white screen, there's nobody else in there, it's just you. And projected onto that screen is the word that you're now thinking of, all right? All capital letters. Arial, bold, big. All right? Picture the letters in your mind. Start at the first one, the second, the third, all the way till you get to the end. Give each letter a little bit of a thought, and think of your last letter. I'm trying to get in there and see it. Okay, I'm getting the letter R. Is the last letter R? No. The next to last letter is R. Is that correct? What's the last letter? Yeah. N. Think of the, okay, zoom out so I can see the first letter and the last letter. And you've got an R. And think of your first letter. Don't say it out loud. And we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you what I wrote for her first letter. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. In a loud voice, Abby, what is the first letter of the word that you're thinking of? Fantastic. Let your mind go somewhere in the middle of the word and just drop on a letter and just wait. Oh, now see, here's what I'm getting. I'm getting you're debating. You were debating with yourself. I felt like you were arguing with yourself on a couple different points. First of all, I felt like you didn't want to repeat a letter you had already said. Is that true? That's the conversation you were having with yourself in your mind. Because one of these letters is being repeated somehow. But then also you started to think about, were you measuring? You were measuring distances from the front and the back. You were trying to identify the exact center of the word. Is this in character for you? Are you this very detail-oriented kind of person? That's very good. Let's just go back to the beginning. Think of the second letter of the word. Okay, very E. She basically gave it to me. She thought of the letter E. Think of your whole word. Don't say it. In fact, just stand up where you are. Don't say it out loud. Think of your word. And I'm getting a sense that the word you're thinking of, it's not something that terribly unusual, but it's not a word you say every day. This is not a word that comes up in conversation. And I've got a sense that you're thinking of food. And in fact, specifically, not like the staple food itself, but more about the herbs and spices that have to relate with the word that you're thinking of. In a loud voice, what was the word you randomly thought of there? Peppercorn, not pepperoni, peppercorn. Peppercorn. Well, I will tell you this, I don't believe in mind reading, but I do believe in strong theater. And that is why I wrote the word pepper. A round of applause for I feel like I'm getting the juices are flowing, so we're going to play a game. We're going to ask, let's see, I'm going to ask some of the ladies to do this, and you'll understand why in a moment. And then when we get to the next piece after this, I'll involve a gentleman with that. So I'm playing fair. I'd like all the ladies in the room to please think think of the first name of that first crush that you remember. All right? Maybe the first crush. Could have been something from school. Could have been 2 weeks ago. Could have been Sunday school. Could have been, somebody down the street, or kid on the block, or whatever. And I'd like you to, Ann, you're laughing. Do you mind doing this? Okay, I just want you to write that kid's first name down. And before you do that, I'll say, if for some reason that would be too painful, it didn't turn out well, you still carry a grudge or a torch or whatever it is you're carrying, or it's awkward because of the person you're sitting next to tonight. So talk about that. Then instead of thinking of that person's name, you can think instead of a city somewhere in the world. A city somewhere in the world that you would like to visit. Or, Gina, if you don't want to think of a crush because it's awkward, or a city because you don't travel or you don't want to, but instead you can think of a gift that you were given, either as a child, Christmas, or Hanukkah, or birthday, or whatever. So you can write down the person's first name, or a city somewhere in the world that has meaning to you, or a gift that you received sometime in your life that you can focus on. So each of you write that down on the card right now, okay? A person's name, that crush. I want you to have an emotional connection to it. Or a city you have some emotional connection to, or a gift that you have some emotional connection to. Write that person's name down, or that whatever that is, and then fold the card in quarters. So in half one way and then half the other way. And so now you're all thinking of something random. And when you've got it folded in quarters, hold it up in the air so that I know you're done. Yep. And if you will, just drop it in my pocket, and I'll take the pen. Thank you. I'll take the pen in my hands. So there's the pen. And if you'll just drop that in my pocket, Ann, and I'll take the pen right here. Thank you. I'm coming back to the back, Gina. Very good. I'll take the pen in my hand. Then you'll drop the card in my side pocket there. Good job. I can't lean over that much. I'm old and kind of stiff and all of that. So JJ, I need your help. Come up here, son.
Okay.
Big round of applause for JJ. So just stand right here and face the audience, and then hold up your left hand and hold up one finger. Good choice. Oh, thank you. You're laughing, but there is an important reason I'm asking you to do this. Put your finger in that side pocket, all the way to the bottom. My pocket. And then stir. Just mix them up. Yep, mix them up. And then you can lift your hand out, show that your hand is empty, and then go have a seat. Round of applause for I know you felt silly doing that. The reason I asked him to do that is because I think some of you were thinking, well, maybe he saw she put hers toward the front, and she put hers toward the back, and he would know whose is whose just from the position in the pocket, right? Even though you got to fold them the way you wanted. I'm going to take them out, I'm going to open them up and read them, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a lie detection game. I'm going to read this out loud. I'm going to ask each of you if this is your memory. You will all say no, no matter how I ask you. So I'm going to say, is this your memory? I'm going to say what's on the card. You're going to say no. That means two of you will be telling the truth, and one of you will be lying. I'm going to try to zero in on the lie. So here is our first one. Well, this is unfortunate. But here's the thing. Does everybody understand how the game is played? Do you understand, Leah? However I read this, you're going to say no. However I phrase it, you're going to say no. Do you understand? Do you understand?
No.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so here's the first memory. And I'm going to say this, and you're all going to say no. But I think this one's going to be pretty straightforward for everyone. So, Ann, you're going to say no. I think you can read it. Ann, are you thinking of Kareem?
No.
Leah, are you thinking of Kareem? Gina, are you thinking of Kareem?
No.
Now, I think it was obvious she was lying. She's like trying not to give it away. But this one, you gave it away. She's smiling already. She can't keep a straight face. And, a big round of applause for Gina. Yes, I get that. That's yours. That's Korean. Let's take the next one. I won't even look at it. John, you take this one.
I got
You
it.
take that one. I'm not even gonna open it. People are like, well, he's got some mark on there, so he knows because which one is which. So now I won't even look at it. He's gonna open it up, and we'll just go by this one. Don't say anything yet. Now here's the thing. Everyone in the room has noticed that my odds got better. The mathematical people in the room have noticed that now it's 50-50. Before it was 1 and 3, now it's 1 and 2. But I still have to get it right. So I've got to tell which of these is more likely to be the liar. Is it Leah or Ann on this one? So I don't know if it's a person, a place, a thing. What is it?
Andrew.
Andrew. So close it up. Close it up. So I'm going to ask each of them if Andrew is the name they were thinking of. They're both going to say no, and then I'm going to try to figure out who it is. So, and don't try to overplay this, right? That's the strategy. Maybe I'm going to oversay it, and he'll think or maybe I'll play it subtle or whatever. Don't smile. If you can't keep a straight face, then smile now. Smile now, laugh if you will, and then we won't get away. So, Leah, Andrew, and Andrew, they both said no. I feel pretty confident that I know. So I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you who I think it is. Okay. We'll see if the audience agrees with me. So you don't get to vote. Clap if you think it's Leah who's won. Okay. And clap if you think it was Ann who's won. That's about a 50-50 split, as far as I can tell. But I'm going to say that in this case, the liar was Leah. Leah was thinking of Andrew. If I can tell when the reaction that is correct, you'll be good for her card. That's fantastic. And we're down to you. How do you feel about helping me on stage? Do you feel like you can come up and stand with me for a minute? Give Ann some encouragement. Get a picture, Jess. And come on up. And if you need your stick, get it, or you can just use me. Very good. And I'm not going to rush you. And you can put your hand on the chair if you want to. That's what I use it for. I don't know. I'm just trying to be nice. I'm trying to share, Ann. So if you'll just stand right there and put your hand on the chair. Very good. So we know that whatever's left in this pocket belongs to her. I want you to reach in there and grab it back out of my pocket with your left hand. Just grab it, hold it in your fist, and put your fist up against your heart. So now she's thinking of this person or this place or this gift, and I'm going to try to get an idea of what, where, or whom she might be thinking of. So don't say it out loud. Very good. Visualize. Close your eyes. I don't want to give it away. And I am going with this. I do believe she has thought of a person. I'm going to ask you, how old was this person in your memory when you were thinking of this memory? How old is this person in your memory when you met this person?
18.
Oh, 8. So you were in high school or just shortly thereafter. And so it is a young man, and it was 18 years old. And so I know that you've thought of this person, and you've written, I assume, his name on the card in a loud voice. Don't even open the card. What's the name on the card?
Don.
I heard you. I was just trying to build up the tension. She's round of applause for my friend Ann. Let's come back to your seat. And then keep it going. Oh, yes. Who can forget the stylings of Don Peppercorn? The amazing Don Peppercorn. Wasn't he on Soul Train? Wasn't that? Oh, it's Don Cornelius. That's Don Cornelius. Sorry. So here we go. So we've done a little bit of sleight of hand. We've done a little bit of mind reading. But there is one other thing that I would like to share with you tonight. I've kept it out of sight so as not to give away the game, because it does require a first aid kit. You'll see why in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we did sleight of hand, conjuring, first branch. Second branch, mentalism, mind reading. Third branch, escapology, the art of escape. This is the kind of magic where people are bound or confined in some way, and they try to free themselves before something else happens. Won't that be fun?
Yeah.
Won't that be fun?
Yeah.
And come on up. Big round of applause for Hannah. She's going to come up. And she's going to bring up with her any gentleman in the audience, your choice. This is free reign. You can pick anybody you want.
Should I pick somebody?
You can pick whoever you want. This is your choice.
Okay.
Ladies' choice.
Pick Luke.
Well, she. It's all
Well, I
good.
thought that would be too easy.
It's too easy. That's okay. That's okay. You're making. Oh my gosh. Okay. This could be. Richard. Okay, you stand there. Richard, you can stand over here. Thank you for helping me. And so you said Army. Is that right? Oh my gosh, those are really. You weren't kidding. Please. I may be in over my head on this. No, that's okay. So here's what's going to happen. In order to do this, I have to have some freedom of motion, which means that I need to remove my jacket. But with your permission, may I remove my jacket?
Yes.
I'm from Mississippi. I was raised to ask. So I'm going to take the jacket off. As I do this, ladies, as the jacket comes off, please do not rush the stage. Again, have some trouble with that. Just trying to control yourselves. I was thinking it might be heavy, but it was Ron. Thanks for coming, Ron. I take it as a compliment, either way. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you to hold the jacket in a certain way. You're going to take your left hand and do it like this and put it under that shoulder. And you'll do the same with your right hand under that shoulder. Not right now. Let's step forward just a little bit, so I have room to put this back here. This is the part of the show where I feel like Mr. Rogers. Just gonna hang this up in my little closet. And here we have to have something to escape from instead. I brought a piece of rope, standard cotton poly rope, hold the bottom. You hold the other end, pull on it, make sure it's solid. Nothing sneaky going on there. It is what it appears to be. In the event, Ricky, that I cannot free myself, I've also got a pair of scissors. So you can cut me loose. We may need those tonight, actually, just looking at you. I'm going to roll my sleeves up, so you know I don't have any spare scissors or anything up my sleeves. If you're sensitive to bright light or highly reflective surfaces, now is your chance to get your protective eye. Because, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's the shirt. That's me right there. And you can't spray that on. You have to grow it yourself. So, but that's it, very good. Now, if you'll step back just a little bit, I'm going to take the rope and make a knot, and we'll start with a single knot, hold the ends. I'll put my wrist through. I want you to pull it down until the rope is on my skin. Pull it, and now pull it some more. Use both hands if you want to. I'll stop you. Keep it more. Very good. You keep the pressure on it. Keep the pressure on it. Don't dislocate her shoulder or anything like that. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see Rachel or Jeannie, but up front you can see that the rope is really pinching my skin. It's kind of wrenching my skin into that knot.
Yeah,
That is good. Keep it. Oh, you felt it go a little more, didn't you? Yeah, that is good. We're almost to the bone. In a moment, I'll do the amazing color changing hand illusion. It's amazing. You'll love it. You just have to wait. No. Here's the thing. If you let go, because it's cotton rope and I'm perspiring a little bit, if you just drop the rope completely, you can see it maintains because it cinches down. It cinches down like that. So I'm going to ask, and it was Hannah.
Yes.
If you will take the ends, and Ricky, you'll tie the other ends. One of you tie it. Ricky, why don't you tie it? And Hannah, you put your finger on the knot when he ties it so it doesn't loosen up. And make sure, Ricky, that you pull it tight so there's no slack. Put your shoulder into it, it's fine. There you go. Now you felt that. Try to put your finger between the rope and my skin, Hannah.
Oh,
Can you get it between either,
no.
just the nail,
No.
really, is all
Yeah,
you
just
got.
the nail.
And not that one either? Very good, put another knot. If you left enough room to put another knot on there, put another knot. Tie another knot. That's fantastic. Very good. Okay, now I'm gonna let some people in the room check your work. While I do, you're gonna grab that jacket and fold it the way that I showed you a moment ago. You guys wanna check it out? You wanna check, did they do a good job? John, can you put your hand or your finger between the rope and my
I
skin?
cannot.
Not easily. You might be able to, like, you know, if you cut my skin. Can you see that, Link? He did a good job. He's strong. He's a strong man. Very good. And if you will, come stand over here and lift it up, and you scoot left and you scoot right just a little bit. Put your hand, put your thumb under there. Put your, come back here. Now lift it up a little bit, put it under the shoulder. Now in a moment, I will attempt to free myself from the impossible bonds into which I've been placed by Hannah and Ricky. And this I will attempt to do in 30 seconds or less, as measured by Ricky's watch. Ricky, are you wearing a watch? Does it automatically show? Just hold this like right over here. Okay. Now are you wearing a watch? Just work with me on this. Are you looking at your watch? Are you looking at your watch? Okay, do you have seconds on your watch? So hold it up there. You're going to give me on your mark, set, go. And every 5 seconds you'll count 5, 10, 15. And I will try to free myself before we're down to 30 seconds. Now it will be very difficult to free myself from the front because they tie me behind my back. But now I'm going to have to go through the front, through the spine, out the back. It's a mess. Can you feel it? It's still tight. Both sides you can see. So you're going to give me on your mark, get set, go, and then call out every 5 seconds. Let me spread out just a little bit. Let me get it here. So I feel like I'm on the center stage. All right. Give me on your mark.
On your mark, set, go.
Go. Okay. So, and he's going to count out every 5 seconds. So, are we at 5 yet?
5.
That's 5. Okay. And he will give me. Ouch! Oh my gosh! That was. You have to keep doing that. Old watches don't have to do that. Give them both a big round of applause. Thank you. Well, how are you doing? I've got to say, Bartlett's real different than I expected. If you'll grab that emergency kit, please, for me. I don't know what good the scissors will be against the cold, hard steel that we find ourselves in, but fortunately, attached to the scissors is a ribbon, and attached to the ribbon is a key, which is a really handy thing to have at a time like this. You know why, Hannah? It's because I'm Presbyterian, and this is about 5 shades of gray past my personal rectum. So if we push down. Give them both a big round of applause. Let them go back to their seats. Oh my goodness. Now, I will say that some of you will probably want to check out my wrists. After the show, you can see the exact spot where you can see the braid of the rope imprinted on my skin. You can see that. And that is because they did exactly what I asked them to do. So that there's no lawsuits or legal ramifications or anything like that. No, you did exactly what I asked you to do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to the finale of my show. I'd like to share with you one more thing. It is a beautiful illusion. It is something that you don't often see. And I have a reason for sharing it with you tonight. And this beautiful box, inside which there are some ropes, and I thought there was one other, must have bounced out. If you'll excuse me one moment, there's one other piece that's supposed to be in there. I'll keep talking so that you don't feel like I've left you behind. Here it is. So very good. You can't be successful if you're not willing to go reach for the brass ring. There it is. That's the actual one. So this little piece of cabinetry, there's nothing sneaky or secret about it. It is exactly what it appears to be. It was built by a friend of mine. He was a barber in Glendale, California. Glendale was in the news last week, of course. And his name was Dean Dill. And he was Johnny Carson's favorite magician. And by day, he was a barber in Glendale, California. And by night, he invented beautiful magic illusions and built them for people all over the world. I'm very honored to have this piece. Sometime when we're not in the middle of the show, ask me to tell you the story of Dean Dill going on the Johnny Carson show. It's fantastic. I love to tell that story because later on in my life, I went to his barbershop to have my hair cut. And the only reason I did it was so that when people said that I'm a really good magician, I could say, well, you should see my barber. And this illusion uses two pieces of rope. There's nothing really particularly interesting about them. You're welcome to check them out if you would like. You can hold on to that, you can hold on to that. But Leslie, look, Leslie, you want to hold on to the brass ring? That's fine. Make sure it's solid all the way around. And I'll take the ropes. Very interesting. What's going to happen involves only the center of the ropes. We'll take the center, and we'll pop it right up through the top so that you can see the centers are above, the ends never come anywhere near each other.
Wow.
Now take a look. They are, in fact, linked together like this. It got quiet because when humans encounter powers like this, we don't know how to solve it. I'd like to try it with you one more time, and we'll do it. Maybe I could ask a couple of people to help me. John and Aziza, would you help me? Give them a round of applause. One of you will stand on one side, one on the other. I don't care which is which. We'll put this in, fill it through, so you can see exactly the situation. See inside, see inside. Everybody can see here's the centers up here. And in fact, let's make sure that nothing untoward, and those centers will never get inside. So can I ask you, John, to hold those ends, you hold those ends, and loosen up a little bit as we keep an eye on the centers. Give it just a moment. Pull. You can see exactly what is happening. Yes, a beautiful illusion. I can't believe you're not taking a bow at this point. You can let go. You can let go of your ropes. I have a really interesting way of getting them off. There's my finger ring. A really interesting way of getting these off of here, and that is to take this over here and bang it there. Excellent. Hold those. I'd like to close with something that's a true miracle. Should we use red or white for this? Use red. Oh, the white one goes out of play. take the red and we'll throw it right inside. And you can have a seat, John. Very much. And we'll take the rope, tie a knot. So that you can see. Ladies and gentlemen, we reach the brass ring. Even though the rope is tied in a knot, after just a moment you can see that the ring itself has latched itself onto the rope. How about a big round of applause for I leave this here with you as a beautiful miracle that is symbolic of the fact that we only become connected. Sometimes it's in secret, sometimes it's out of the open. But in order to make it real, you have to be there. You can't do this through a screen. You can't do it on TV. You can't do it. And that's why I'm so grateful that every one of you took the time to come out to a live theatrical performance tonight. I think you'll agree there's nothing like it in the world. We are blessed to have the gift of theater. Please tell other people about the show. It's tough to sell tickets. It's tough to get people off of their butts, off of Netflix, and out into the world to experience the things that we have to offer. But there's a lot of laughter and a lot of magic coming to Memphis. Please pay attention for some big announcements coming soon. My name is Joe Turner. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you, Dan. Big round of applause for Sanjay and our co-op. Thank you, Dan. You guys have a good evening. Good night. Please tell your friends. Thank you.
Good job, Joe.
Have a good night. Sure, you too.
That is a weird word. John?
Yeah, that was great. Good show.
Thank you. Thank you for coming back to my show. I hope you enjoy it. You're so supportive. I really appreciate it. I hope you understand how much it means to have people actually show up. It's so hard. It's so
I
hard.
wanna take a picture.
Well, come on up there. You wanna-
Where's Sunshine in the picture too?
Is
Where
he
did
still
go?
here? He may have left. Sanjay Lee.